Ciao Bella, Ricky Russo. It's Hitman23 coming at you with a little spaghetti action for you. Salute. Come on over here, Evan. Watch this. So Ricky Russo, you want our team to do some tasks for you, and I was given the task of eating some spaghetti, but I can't just eat spaghetti. I have to show you from the beginning how I make my spaghetti. It's going to be excerpt of a few different videos, so it's not going to be a very long video, but I just want to kind of start off showing you how I make my sauce. It's a simple tomato basil sauce, and here we go. So first, here's my can of San Marzano tomatoes. Get that shot in there, Evan, please. Thank you very much. My son Evan is the cameraman today. So any self-respecting Italian will never use jarred tomato sauce. Ever. Ever. You got to use, this is the best stuff to make a marinade, right? So what I do is I pour it into my bowl. And then, show the face here. See these? These are the key right here. These. You don't use anything to smash these up but these. So I go in and I smash my tomatoes. As I say, my tomatoes. I smash them up good. So, we smash them up. You get them all shredded down and broken down, so they're not whole in there. And a little bit of the sweetness from my skin gets into the tomato sauce. It tastes really good. So we break it down a little bit more, and you want to get rid of some of the stem pieces and a bit of the skin there. Yes, Evan, yes. Yes. I feel like I'm in the Abruzzo region over here. So here we go. We got some of the stems out of there. There's a nice hand-crushed tomatoes. Let me go over to the sink here, sir, and let me wash my hands real quick. You gotta wash the hands, and then
Don't lose that.
The next thing we do, we have another sip of wine, and salute to you, Ricky. Salute to you, Mrs. Russo. Salute to you, Team I, because we're going to do this, guys. We're going to do this. So next, I come over to my little pan here. I got some extra virgin olive oil in the pan, getting nice and warm. And what I do is very simple. Very simple. I chop up some fresh garlic. Some fresh garlic here. Get it nice and chopped up. Chop it up good. Whoops, don't want to cut the finger on camera. So give it a good chop. Doesn't have to be too small. And then we take that and we put it in the pan. And then my little trick is I take some fresh basil at the beginning, and I throw that in the oil too. The heat draws out some of the flavor of the basil. We want to make sure it's not too hot because we want to scorch our garlic. And then we get the old trusty wooden spoon. My ass has seen more of this wooden spoon when I was a kid than anything, man. Italian moms are tough with these weapons. I know Puerto Rican moms use slippers. Italian moms use wooden spoons. So we get that a nice start there. We keep that going. Then the next thing is, as that's going, put that down. Then I come over here. I take another sip of my wine.
Salute.
Salute. I take my tomatoes and I pour them in. Like that. Like that. And then we take a couple of tricks I do. It's okay, he can see. Take a little bit of wine. I put a little bit of wine in the sauce. Just a little bit to give it some flavor. The only other things I put in my sauce, this is my simple marinade, basil. I put some salt. I put some pepper. And then I put a little bit of this. Let's see where it is. here is a good old pinch of Arm & Hammer baking soda. What that does is it takes some of the acid from the tomato. Just a little bit of pinch in there, and you stir that in. And it takes some of the acid from the tomato. And then last but not least, we go to the fridge. And I got some good Pecorino Romano.
The best cheese in the world.
Best cheese in the world. And I just put a little pinch in that, because later on we put more on the spaghetti. So guys, that's how I do my sauce. We're going to stop the video now, and I'll be back in a bit with my spaghetti, how I prepare my spaghetti. And then we'll be back after that to show you how I eat my spaghetti. Mwah! Thank you. Hey, I'm back. All right, so now is part 2 of the video where I show you how I prepare my spaghetti. Salud. So Evan, come over here, please. So before we do anything else, here's the sauce. Get a good shot of that. I added some more basil after I let it cook for a while. And this doesn't have to cook like a meat sauce. This is a very simple sauce, so it doesn't gotta cook all day. You can make this pretty quick. But I did add more basil, and you gotta test it because you gotta make sure you're not missing anything in the sauce. So you gotta test it. You can use a little more salt. So we gotta add some more salt to that. Salt is actually very important. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to get high blood pressure, but salt definitely makes it better. So now in my rolling boil here in my pot, I already put some olive oil in the water so the pasta doesn't stick. But the other key, again, is salt. You got to really salt your water good so it gives the pasta a good flavor. I put a lot of salt in my water. So we put the salt in the water. It's nice and boiling. I take another sip of my wine. Good stuff.
What kind of wine is that?
Actually, it's not even, I hate to say it's not even an Italian wine. It's a Cabernet, but that's all right. It's red. So I take my pasta.
Split it in half?
I do split my pasta in half. I split it in half. I put it in.
What kind of spaghetti is this?
Just regular old spaghetti, nothing crazy. Not homemade spaghetti. We break it in half, we put it in this way. Ah, you son of a bitch. You're getting burned as part of this process too. You get burned here and there. It's okay. Then you take the whole thing over here.
Let's see one.
Hold on a second. And you let that cook for about 10 minutes or so, 10, 12 minutes, until it's al dente. You don't want to overcook it, because overcooked macaroni is
no bueno.
shit, no bueno. So, that'll be it for now, guys. When I come back, it'll be the part we've all been waiting for. Me munching down on some pasta and some spaghetti. All right, Ricky, we'll be back in a bit, guy.
Manja manja.
Manja manja. Okay, Ricky, here's the finished product. This is me and my son, Evan. When you make spaghetti, you usually make it for family, so it's important that we have some family to share our spaghetti with, right? I would say so. And since he was my cameraman, I figured he should share in the spoils. This is his payment. And a couple of key things before we start spaghetti. We got to get a piece of paper towel, and we got to tuck it in the shirt so we don't get tomato sauce on the Yankee shirt. We got to tuck in.
And disrespect it.
And we don't disrespect the Yankees that way. And we put our paper towel here. We got our spoon and our fork, right? Spoon and our fork. We say salute. Evan, show him the finished product. There's our.
Make sure it doesn't spill.
Oh yeah, he just spilled it. That's all right. Here's our finished product.
I can.
That's all right. They got the idea.
Then they got the idea.
That's all right. A little spillage is okay.
You're not
And
telling
then-
me if I'm dirty.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So then you take your spoon and your fork. I got my cheese on there. Little sauce.
Oh, it's very, very, very soft.
And then
You twirl it up.
nah. That's some good spaghetti.
Delicioso.
Delicious. Ricky, here's to you, my friend. And Mrs. Russo, to you too. I hope you appreciate this. Are you a slurper?
I'm a slurper.
That's why you wear the napkin, because when you slurp up the spaghetti,
That's how you get the full tasting.
there you go. And it doesn't count if you don't get a little sauce on your forehead, guys. But that's it. I don't want this video going on too long. I thank you, Evan, for doing this with me. Ricky, Mrs. Russo, thank you. Team I, we got this. Later, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
So what are the team?